Let's be real. The economy sucks and inflation continues to rise, and making a passive income is just freaking hard. So this is why I compiled a list of 3 cryptos you absolutely should have exposure to so that you can ride out the recession and hopefully grow your bag. Number 1, Bitcoin. Now, some of you may be saying this is the most obvious list ever, but quite frankly, I don't invest in many altcoins, and I really do stick to the fundamentals as to what's being institutionally adopted and what has the greatest liquidity to provide the least amount of risk and cost. And Bitcoin, quite frankly, has a $1.2 trillion market cap, an average annual return of over 700%, and is becoming the world's first digital commodity with adoption by the likes of BlackRock, VanEck, and JP Morgan. So it's safe to say that you should at least have a little exposure to the world's first blockchain network token. And of course, Bitcoin is also increasingly proving that it is an inflation hedge, being inversely correlated to the strength of the US dollar, cited by S&P 500's global report in May 2023. And this makes sense because we're in a world now that has high USD inflation and of course de-dollarization at the same time. Number 2 is Ether, or the native token of the Ethereum blockchain. So Ether, or ETH, has a $400 billion market cap, a 37% annual average return, and is really seen as the little brother of Bitcoin. But more importantly, if you're betting on the future of finance being digital, then you're also likely betting on the adoption of Ethereum, because Ethereum is one of the most adopted blockchains in the entire world. And there are many variant blockchains either built on top of Ethereum or separate but use EVM compatibility that are being adopted as well. And so it is going to be a major part of global financial infrastructure, whether you are using a CBDC or you're using an altcoin that is an ERC20 or a token built on the Ethereum network. That is to say, just as you should have exposure to Bitcoin, you should also have exposure to ETH. I would also be remiss to say that at the time of this recording, there's also an oncoming ETH ETF from multiple major financial organizations around the world. And of course, there are other like securities in other markets, such as Hong Kong. So just as Bitcoin is institutionalized and is seeing millions and millions of dollars of the inflows, you will also see this with ETH as well. Of course, overall institutional adoption will take time as different hedge funds and funds of funds start to adjust their risk to return ratios to accommodate for the digital asset class. And finally, number 3, Solana, or SOL. Despite being a lesser blockchain network in contrast to its counterparts in Bitcoin and Ethereum, the Solana network is one of the fastest blockchain networks in the world. And it's at the center of the meme coin craze we currently see, with most of those meme coins launching on Solana. But despite all of that, it also supports some of the best user experience of any of the applications across the blockchain world. And at an $8 billion market cap and an average annual return of over 1,500%, Solana is also seeing institutional adoption just like its counterparts. Visa, Stripe, and VanEck have all joined the Solana ecosystem in different ways, with Visa introducing a stablecoin project, Stripe introducing a crypto on and off ramp that supports many of the applications within the Solana ecosystem, and VanEck has recently applied for a Solana ETF. This shared institutionalization with ETF products going into global capital markets across Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana show that these 3 assets are likely to be the world's first digital commodities. And not only that, but the institutional support shows that there is a massive potential for future growth for those who want a little exposure now, but want multiples later. Even though Bitcoin has over a $1 trillion market cap, Ethereum at over a $400 billion market cap, and Solana at an $8 billion market cap, these market caps will substantially grow if they draw the interest of funds, family offices, and of course, hedge funds. And this is where we leave you. If you don't do anything in crypto, please get at least $10 of each of these things, just so that you have a little bit of exposure and you dip your toes into what is a growing crypto pool. Until next time, peace.